Here we are again talking some more RV sales process. And again, just process in general, because if you know how to walk your customer through the right sales process, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether you're selling RVs, whether you're selling logistics, whether you work for a brokerage, whether it's real estate. It doesn't really matter what you are selling if you understand how to run your customer through the right sales process and how to learn their needs and how to learn their wants. The other side of that is getting consistent customer leads. Now, throughout, different videos that I've done, I've shared with you the formula that I've kind of come up with on how to become a salesperson that meets and exceeds their sales goals. Now, that formula is increase the amount of customers that we speak with, okay? Increase our closing percentage, and then decrease our time spent per deal. Because what that's going to allow us to do is talk to enough customers so that we can close enough deals so that we can meet and exceed our sales goals. Because even if you were to close 100% of your customer leads, but you only speak to, one or two customers a month, that really wouldn't matter, right? So, excuse me. So, really the thing is you want to make sure that we're talking to enough customers. We want to make sure that we have enough irons in the fire to be able to meet and exceed our sales goals. And a way to do that is to make sure, as a salesperson, that we're getting consistent customer leads for ourselves. Because if we're not getting customer leads for ourselves and we're just, kind of waiting at the dealership and we're waiting for, um, you know, XYZ, and we're waiting for people to call in and we're waiting for people to walk in and we're waiting for our GM sales manager to give us, the leads from the internet that came in last night, or whatever the case is. If we find ourselves waiting to get customers, then we're not going to be spending our time most efficiently. We're not going to be using the time that we have at our dealership to be closing deals. Okay. So if we're at the dealership, we should be thinking of ways to be getting customer leads, to be generating traffic for ourselves. And we have to understand that as an RV salesperson, or as a salesperson in general, regardless of the industry that we are in, it is our duty, it is our responsibility, it is our obligation as salespeople to not just handle the dealership's leads that walk in, call in, and give us an internet lead, but it's our obligation to try to get our own leads, to try to do extra efforts that will bring more customers through the door, or more customers calling in asking for me or messaging me on Facebook, or whatever the case might be, right? We live in a world where our cell phone, right? We got these little cell phones in our pocket, and they are stronger computers than a lot of people's laptops. They have more computing power than most people's computers. They have better cameras than a 12 to $2,000 camera that you can buy on the market. Your cell phone is the most amazing tool that you could have as a salesperson. You can shoot videos, you can shoot pictures, you can do live streams, you can do all sorts of new things on a cell phone that you couldn't do 5, 10, 15 years ago, right? That allow you to get more customer leads. So let's use these things to our advantage. Let's stop using our downtime while we're at the dealership, while we're sitting at our desk. Let's stop using that downtime to surf Facebook, or to look through the internet at the next toy that I'm going to buy, or to, whatever we're doing, checking our fantasy rosters, or, all of the million things that RV salespeople, find themselves doing in between the day that has nothing to do with following up with a customer or getting a new customer lead or trying to conjure up some kind of new business. Right now, I understand that it's sometimes impossible to just stay, working for 8, 10 hours a day. Sometimes we need a little break, right? That's what lunch is for, by the way, lunch break. Okay. But if we need to do more relaxing than our lunch break, I mean, we have to double check our work ethic. I mean, come on, people. We are at work, we're at our dealerships, we're clocked in, we can't go anywhere else. Let's spend the time that we are at our dealerships, we're at our businesses, we're on the clock. Let's spend that time getting customers and closing deals so that when we get home to our family and our loved ones or whatever we go home to, that we can spend that time to ourselves, relaxing and kicking back for the day or enjoying some time off, right? That's when you enjoy your time off, is not while you're at work and should be doing things that provide cash flow in some sort of way, right? So we got to make sure that one, we're using our time while we're at our dealerships to be the most efficient salespeople we can be. That means we should be using, a lot of you guys have websites, right? RV dealers, they have websites, they have pictures. You could be taking the pictures directly from your website and putting them on Facebook Marketplace or Let Go or different areas of the internet that allow you to sell them, right? You could put them on Craigslist. You can create an Instagram account that highlights the different RVs that you have. And maybe you can sell RVs through Instagram Messenger. You could create a TikTok and try to get that to go and bring customers in through a TikTok or, an X and a Y, a Z. It doesn't matter. You can start doing live streams on Facebook or on YouTube while you're at the dealership to answer questions for your customer and then also get new customers in so that you can close more deals, right? The more activity we have, the more we get our face out there, the more we get our name out there, the more people are going to be asking for us. So if we have this little cell phone here that's got a better camera than, a $2,000 DSLR or something like that, and we can shoot a live stream directly from our camera phone, which has access to internet on it anywhere we go, we can, hook it to Wi-Fi or whatever. But let's do a live stream, and we're on a live stream, we're talking to our customers, we're saying, hey, take a look at this 26D bud. This is a perfect floor plan for people who are looking for a bunkhouse or that have a family. My name is Chris Paulino. I'm at XYZ dealership. We're located here. This is our website. Make sure you give me a call. This is my direct number. If you have questions, type them into the chat. Let me answer those for you. Right. So now you're helping customers right online, customers that are at home, maybe at work or just shopping, kind of browsing the internet like I just told you not to be doing while they're at work, right? But maybe they're at a desk job or something where it's okay, right? They're not an RV salesperson. So, maybe they're looking through Facebook and they see your video and they hop in there and they're like, hey, me and my husband, me and my wife, we're looking for RVs. This might be a perfect one. Let me ask you some questions. They ask you a couple questions. And then all of a sudden, now Johnny from Facebook or Sally from Facebook, who saw you doing the live stream, is now coming in tomorrow at 4 p.m. to take a look at some RVs. Now, that wouldn't have happened if you would have never did the live stream, but because you went above and beyond and got out of your comfort zone and focused down on getting more customer leads for yourself, you did it, and now it's creating you some momentum. Right. So these are little things that we could be doing. And there's a million things that we can be doing. It doesn't just stop at grabbing pictures and putting them on, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever else is out there that it can sell on, or, an Instagram or a TikTok or Facebook, YouTube Live, or, LinkedIn Live, like maybe you're watching now, or whatever the case might be. Right. So, you got to understand that getting in front of more customers is always going to benefit you as a salesperson. And when you talk about the formula that I mentioned just a little bit ago, formula to meet and exceed our sales goals, speak with more customers, increase our closing percentage, decrease our time spent per deal, you have to understand that two parts of the formula are designed around getting more customers, right? The first one, just plainly get more customers, talk to more customers, right? The second, increase our closing percentage, right? So that means get better at our sales process, get better at the deal, get better at asking the right questions, get better at connecting with our customers. And then the third part of it is decrease the time spent per deal, right? Because if we spend 8 hours in a deal or 4 hours in a deal and we work an 8 hour workday, then that means that we can only work with one or two people that day, right? So you see, if I spend 8 hours in a day and I can only work with one a day, then what that does is it directly limits the amount of customers that I am able to speak with, right? So those two go hand in hand. Time spent per deal, the amount of customers that we're able to speak with, we have to make sure they correlate. So two parts of the equation here are designed towards getting more customers, speaking to more customers, because truly that's the bread and butter in RV sales, in logistics sales, in brokerage sales, in real estate sales is how many customers, how many qualified people am I speaking with, and how well am I doing in the sales process? How well am I adding value to my customer's life? How well am I meeting their needs? Right? So, as an RV salesperson, it behooves us to get really good at finding our own customer leads, because we're always going to get the customer leads from our RV dealerships that we are supposed to get. We're going to get our walk-in ups. We're going to get the phone calls that we get. We're going to get the internet leads that are assigned to us. But in addition to that, and even, one extra thing that is a benefit to this is when you are this kind of salesperson at an RV dealership or at a business, they can't get rid of you because you are so valuable to their business. You are one of the only few salespeople that is actually bringing in customers. And if you understand marketing spends and macro dollars for a company, then that is a big deal, because a salesperson who is bringing in customer leads with their already paid salaries or commission checks is more valuable to a dealership, because you allow their marketing spend to come down because you're putting in work for them, right? A dealership that has a bunch of salespersons that do not do any lead generation are basically paying for all the lead generation for their salespeople to sit there for them to work deals. If you want to be more valuable to your dealership and to your sales team and to your GM, then become a salesperson that adds value to the dealership and doesn't just take leads from the dealership, right? You have to understand that. And if you are a GM, if you are a sales manager of an RV team, and you have a big team, a bunch of team members who think like this, who are not about going out there and getting more customer leads, who are not about, getting the business, the dealership in front of more customers using the different avenues that they can, while they don't have customers to speak with, then maybe it's time to switch up the culture a little, right? Maybe it's time to try something a little new, because we have so many resources available to us as RV salespeople in today's day and age that it just doesn't make sense to not be doing something that can provide me with my own internet leads, my own customer leads, right? And at the end of the day, if we want to be top performing salespeople, if we want to meet and exceed our sales goals, then these are the things we need to do anyway. These are things that, natural high performers in their industry are already doing. So if you're not a high performer, if you're not making the kind of money you want to at your RV position or at your sales position, a lot of it probably has to do with the amount of customers that you have, the amount of follow ups that you put in, the amount of lead generation that you do for yourself. We have to go above and beyond if we want to be a top performer. We can't do the same amount of work as every other salesperson in the dealership. We can't do the same amount of work as Johnny and Sally, who, just kind of get normal paychecks in the RV sales industry and are okay with that, right? Not everybody wants to make $1 billion in RV sales or $1 million or whatever. But if your goals are to make six figures plus in RV sales and you're doing the same amount of work as Sally or Johnny that make $50,000 a year in RV sales, then it just doesn't make any kind of logical sense. All right. So let's start focusing down and getting more customer leads. And if your dealership or your business needs more customer leads, my agency can help you. That's what my agency does. We help RV dealerships and businesses get more customer leads so their sales team can be talking to more customers. So if your dealership or business needs more customer leads, give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. I'd love to help your dealership or business get some more customer leads. That way your sales team can be closing more deals and talking to more customers. If you need some sales training for your dealership or sales team, we can do that as well. So give me a call, 330-703-3930. We can do in-person sales training. We can do virtual sales training. And you can also sign up for our video sales training program at sellmorelivemore.net. The whole program is only $97, I believe, or $9.97 a month. So it's very inexpensive. Not sure how long we'll have that pricing going for. So make sure you go to sellmorelivemore.net, buy the Sell More Live More sales training program for $97, or hop into the monthly program for $9.97. Again, that website is sellmorelivemore.net. And you can always check out our agency's website at got.marketing. If you like to read, go to Amazon, get the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training, written by the one and only Chris Paulino. This highlights all the different things that we're talking about in these different sales trainings. And you can, get better at the deal, right? So pick up that book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes and Noble on the website there. The website actually is in this video description. So hop down to the description, click on the Amazon link, go buy the book. It's only about $9 or $10 for the book. So very inexpensive here, guys and girls out there. I want to help you close more deals, right? So I'm not making my programs, not making my books very expensive because I want it to help you, right? If it's crazy expensive and you can't buy the stuff because it's just too pricey for you, that doesn't help you close more deals. So my goal is to get you closing more deals, and to do that, go buy the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Again, written by the one and only Chris Paulino. Okay. Or go to sellmorelivemore.net, sign up for the virtual sales training if you'd rather do it through video and audio. That's a great way to do it. So go to sellmorelivemore.net, sign up for that sales training program. Or if your dealership or business wants to talk about getting more customer leads for your dealership or business, or doing more one-on-one team style training, in-person training, things like that, give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Give me a call. I'd love to speak with you about getting more leads to your dealership so they can, so your sales team can be talking to more customers. So again, thank you for being here for this RV sales process. We're going to be talking about RV sales process and the process in general all year long. So make sure you go connect with me on LinkedIn. Go like us on Facebook, Infinite Media Resources. Go like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Infinite Media Resources. That way you can stay up to date with all the different information and things we have going on here at IMR. So again, thank you for being here for the RV sales process. And just talking about sales process in general. I'll see you on the next one.